Good morning. I'm loud. Sorry, y'all. Now look at my braid. Okay. I had to hop on here because I don't be, during the week, I don't really be on Shade Room too much. Like, I might look over it when I get a quick second. But what's up, y'all? It's Cautionary. This is Cautionary Music TV. I am here to talk about Dani Leigh and the baby, who have been in the news lately. Not the news, honey, the blogs. And it's not so much about them two specifically because I'm not so much of fans or detest them or whatever, but I'm mostly here to talk about the cautionary tale that comes with this situation because it happens all too many times. Now, I don't want to seemingly snap, but it might sound a little snappy, okay? Because the fact of the matter is, this happens to women every day. This is rooted and embedded in one of the reasons why I fight so hard as a feminist to educate women behind these men, and why I've been on the fence, because I'm like, I think I want to start a podcast back up or just something, because it's not even just behind these men. Let me just bring the conversation even more out. Behind just having self-esteem, knowing your worth, and educating yourself so that you don't look, as Mimi put it, green. Okay? So what am I talking about? Dani Leigh, she was a singer, right? Dancer. We're not gonna call her a singer. She's a dancer, overall entertainer, whatever. Had been in different things, choreographed with Chris Brown, been in some stuff with Prince, had been in some things, right? And then had this attraction to the baby, Jonathan, and they got together. Now, we don't know if they was officially dating. They was in the blogs, kissing, hugged up, laughing, smirking on each other's lives. Like, she had that song, Yellow Bone, What Do You Want, right? Like, they had all this going on. And so with all that, that was like 2 years ago, prior to the pandemic. We also know that he has this one main mother of his child, Mimi, that he's always like, attributed to and stuck around, and the whole politics with making sure your children's mom is good and like always going back to her, and like, I don't fully understand that because that's not my life, that's not my ministry, and I don't know, hey Trey, and I don't know what people allow, I don't know, okay? But Dani Leigh was in the public with this man, and we didn't know if it was just antics or just a clout type of thing, because she was hot at the time. So fast forward now, she didn't have a baby. She stayed secret the whole time while she was pregnant, not really speaking too much. Now, they didn't have this whole blow up on the internet the past 2 days where she's over his house. He's on live. She in a white beater, no undergarments on, no makeup, hair up in a top knot with the baby. No, the baby, not the baby. And he got her on live, calling her cuckoo, calling her the B word, like all these things. And you could tell in her voice that she's feeling like, wow, like, is it all of this? Is it all of this when I was just over here? So that's kind of what's going on with them. So he didn't call the police. He on live talking about, she crazy. I done flew out there to be with the baby because to the DR when the baby was born, because I'm a stand-up guy, like just gaslighting. Regardless of, her being a clout chaser or her, trying to have a baby on this man to trap him, whatever it is. And then all the taunting with the baby mama, I'm going to try to bring it out of this situation because there's a lot of things that were very triggering when I was watching, because I'm like, this man don't have no problem saying all these things about this woman on live, but you're gonna have this child forever. So regardless of how you had her, had the baby, or whatever it is, you're gonna have this child forever. Then when Mimi comes out to talk, she's like saying that she don't have no sympathy for somebody who, disrespected her for all these years and talked about her and stuff. I'm like, I don't think we're looking for sympathy. I think there needs to be some type of empathy. Empathy is the understanding that the man that you have, or the man that y'all having children with, is trash as a man when it comes down to romantic relationships. So if she wanted to hop in that and she thought she was going to be able to change him and yellow bone is what he wants, yes, I fully understand. Like, this is what she gets. Yes, karma does come back around and the universe will get you. I fully get all that. But I think the things that he's doing to her, I just wouldn't have came out and said nothing, to be honest. But it's only so many times you're going to be the bigger person. I get that too. I get that too. So a lot of things can be true. My problem though is, as women, you get with the man, he telling you all these different things. Y'all all kissed up, hugged up, all on Snapchat, Insta story. Like, he telling you all these things, he's buying you all these things, and then now you done entrusted him to put a baby inside of you. That to me right there, that is a full lifestyle changing thing. When you entrust a man to do that, now y'all souls are tied forever. And I don't think people fully understand the detriment of that. You done fully trusted this man, you laying up with him. Protect yourself. Y'all, I'm spitting, I'm upset. Protect yourself. If that man gonna be doing all that, then if he worth all that, he'll be around when you ready. But that's the thing. Y'all be so ready, not y'all, but people be so ready to play house. Ooh, I want a baby, I want a baby, I want a baby. And then you like, oh, I want to have a baby with you because, you know, we both cute. You know, y'all playing. You playing. Now you got a life child going through all this. And this is what I be talking about. This is why for years, y'all have heard me say, I don't want no kids. I don't want no kids. I don't want no kids. I love children. But also, I understand that when you decide to have a child, you better be in a stable situation. You better be in a great state of mind to where you understand self, you understand self-worth, because you're bringing that child into some mess if you are not physically ready. Now, is there ways to bounce back? Is there ways to rectify? Heck yes. Once the child is here, a lot of times that is what people need to get it together. And a lot of times it ain't, honey. Okay? So I fully get it. But I just think this should serve as a cautionary tale. All the women out there who with a man, he ain't talking about moving forward. He ain't talking about no relationship, owning businesses, buying houses, solidifying your relationship, maybe going public, you know, so that people know, or if marriage is your thing, getting married. He ain't talking about none of that, but he talking about kids. That's why I don't understand these women for Nick Cannon. I don't understand it, honey. If you just, unless they signing contracts where they know they just gonna be kept and taken care of, I don't understand it. I don't understand it, because what I hear about pregnancy is your body fully goes through all of these things. And if you don't have, now I'm not saying if it's your choice that you want to be a single parent and you understand, you know, what you're doing, you understand all that, cool. There's lots of different nuances and lots of different situations that don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the woman that allows a man, because I'm not gonna put it all on the woman. A lot of these men are trash, and we have excused it. We just have. We've excused the men being trash because that is what's stereotypical. That's what's out there, right? And even though men should do better, I'm also feeling like, and this has just been me in my life, instead of presenting yourself the same in a situation that you know is trash every day, change how you present yourself. If this man gonna be trash 4 days out of the 7 days, honey, we're not gonna do it. We're not, especially if y'all not married. You didn't have no child yet. It's the same thing with Summer Walker. You saw that he had this baby mama, that baby mama, this child, that child, that he was not taking care of. But we always think we are the exception. We always think, because you wanna believe that this person has grown, this person has understood the error of their ways. Maybe they have expressed that to you. Maybe they have. but their actions are not showing that. So you have to be the exception to where you're not going to allow yourself to even be in no mess like that, is what I'm saying. I understand I'm putting a whole lot on it, but I also feel like I have women who watch me. I have people who watch me, and I just feel like the very few. What's up, y'all? I just feel like you cannot keep allowing people to just make a fool of you. This man had her on live, holding her child, who she has not shown the world yet, trying to make it seem like she crazy, like she done busted up in his house. I'm like, this is gaslighting on a whole nother level. I couldn't even, the secondhand embarrassment just watching, because you could tell like she loves him. And that's the cold part for me. That's the cold. She's not crazy for loving. She's not. But that's the thing. And I don't just think that these men are just so smart that they just figure out like, oh, this woman gonna love me through. I feel like whatever the baby done gone through, or he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. So can get anyone that he wants, probably has anyone that he wants at any time. A lot of these women will not care that he's taken, won't care that he's married. They will not care, honey. There are so many women who are like, ooh, married, that's my type right there. So many. So I don't even think it's all of that. And when he's sitting there saying that she a side chick and saying that to her face, y'all, like, I mean, how much is she supposed to take is what I'm saying. How much is you gonna sit around for before you just like, you know what? And that's the thing. She came to LA probably with nothing going on, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna allow him to be a father to his child, because he probably was sitting there saying like, bring my baby around here. I want to father this child. But you know what? He would have been coming to me. He would have been coming to me, because I'm not going to leave everything, all that I got going on around me, to come be near you, to sit up in your house and be dogged and look crazy. Then the assistant, if that was the assistant, sitting there while he on live, and this is what I be saying too. A lot of these celebrities be popping off and can't nobody stop them. No one's able to reel them in. No one. So y'all really think those not the safest people to be with? They just not. And a lot of this stuff is like, you just would have had to gone through it to learn. But I think my main point is how to handle yourself in situations like this. How to handle yourself. And that be my main thing. As a woman, okay, let's walk it through. As a woman, you with a guy, everything's seemingly going well. He's seeming like a great guy. Like, he's with you all the time. Y'all hanging out, y'all having a good time. You two at the house, you two at his house, apartment, whatever. You have to think to yourself, once you have y'all together, once you realize what y'all doing, you do have to understand, are we moving forward with this? What are y'all goals? What are your goals? Because if y'all just gonna be talking and playing around, that's what it's gonna be. So a lot of men don't like when you be like, what are we? That stereotypical, what are we? But it's real. You have to know the direction you're going in with any person, man or woman, to make sure y'all goals are aligned. So nobody get played. Okay, once you got that solidified, if the man is purposely, or the woman or whoever purposely keeping you under wraps, they ain't putting you out there, it's a red flag, sis. It's a red flag. Figure out what the heck is going on. Okay, that should have been the first red flag, because y'all just playing around. And people think, oh, because you got money, they not gonna do you crazy because they got. Girl, what? Girl, money don't change nothing but the day. They got more access, yes. But I mean, the way he treating her, honey, it's been so many of these men around these parts. So many. Okay? So he decided he don't want to put you out there. You don't want to be out in the public eye. Maybe he's like, I'm not a public person. Fine, cool. But then he talking about a baby? I want to put a baby in you? What? Why do y'all think that's romantic? I would not. There's no way. Then she's saying the only reason why he started acting up is because she decided to take a Plan B pill. Girl, why are you still messing with him when he just showed you? He just showed you what he would do. And even if he whispered in your ear, pillow talk, telling you these things behind closed doors, he's not. What is he saying out loud to other people? That's what I'm saying. Because at this point, you, Mimi, and Jonathan, Dani Leigh, you, Mimi, and Jonathan are going to be tied for life. Because y'all done brought kids into this world, whether you like each other or not. Because these kids going to want a relationship with their siblings. So y'all going to have to be able to sit down, just like all these other blended families. That's what's so annoying. Y'all do all of this, beating on y'all chest. I mean, he just gaslighting the heck out of her. Y'all do all of that. All of that. And then knowing y'all gonna have to get along, because that baby is 3 months fresh. Got a whole lot more growing to do. A whole lot more growing to do. So people asking like, oh, what can she do now? Because all this didn't went down. All you can do is bite the bullet. Take your stuff. Go on back to Florida. You got a brother that's speaking out in the news, honey. Turn that social media off. Go raise your child. Go have you a weekend and ease your mind. Because what these men is not going to do, what these people is not going to do, is drag you down and have you looking crazy. Don't let them do it, girl, because they will. Listen, I have plenty of many a men that have made me just look crazy. I have done some crazy stuff behind a man. And you can't do nothing but be looking at yourself like, did I really lose myself like that behind somebody else? Did I really do that? And you be thinking, yeah, I did do that. Yeah, I did. What was I thinking? Other than to learn a lesson and be able to testify to other people. But listen, I was watching that. And the way that he was chewing this gum was just irritating me. Because like I said, beyond the fact of who they are and their business and whatever it is they doing, I don't understand what all this traffic is about. But besides all of that, there is something about a man who will tell you all these things. I'm talking about, they done shown videos, she posted videos of him saying, I love you. And if you ain't get that, she's a very pretty girl, but honestly, a lot of pretty girls are very insecure, or they're usually pumped with a lot of superficial type comments. So they don't often have a lot of depth from anyone, because everyone's, oh, you're so pretty, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. And you don't have nothing else to offer, basically. So when he's sitting there saying he love her, knowing the type of situation that she didn't come from, then he putting all her business out. I'm just like, and then for Mimi to say she don't have no sympathy, sis, I don't need you to say you don't have no sympathy. Because really, I was feeling Mimi. I understood her. I understand where she's coming from. I don't blame her. She done probably had her own type of things that she's gone through. And it's the same thing with Summer Walker, with Landing on the Tracks earlier, oldest baby mothers. They probably felt the same way. Okay, sis. He's good until he ain't. That's not my point. I think my point is how we will tear down women. We will. And just have you out there looking crazy. But it's feminism. But it's bonding together. And that's on Dani Leigh's side too. I think if it was me, I just wouldn't have said nothing. I would have called that man, get off live. But that's the thing. Can't nobody control him. And I don't even mean to say control. He's not going to feel accountable or feel convicted enough to not do something based on what anybody's saying. And if they can, then he wouldn't have been on that live like that. His brother came down there, he laughing, not the brother, but the baby laughing, talking about she crazy. I mean, that is blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. She holding the baby in the bed. Okay. So that's why a lot of times when, you know, you have your parents that ain't never been married, or they done got a divorce, and you don't understand why it's so much disdain in the family, why they can't get along. It's all kind of stuff that done gone on before you got there that you don't fully understand. Like this. And everybody just trying to go along to get along, trying to make an honest living, trying to get along for the sake of a child, making it worse, to be honest, because at this point, this baby gonna look back and remember when he put her mom and her out on live. Because kids always interested in what their parents was doing before they got there. Always. But like I said, it's a cautionary tale. Because how many women do you know love the dude, okay, high school sweethearts, he done started a basketball team, he done gone off into the NBA, you done got pregnant, and he done left you behind. Now you somewhere mad with his whole child who looked just like him, and he off in the parties blowing up. And I know it's very Disney, I mean very movie, but still, how many times have you heard that story? How many times? Okay, well, what are you gonna do? You gonna put the siren on, or are you gonna get over, sir? Y'all, it's like so much traffic. I don't know if I should just ride this shoulder. Anyway, it's just like at this point for her, the best thing that she can do is go on home. Because he done already did. And I understand, like, she's trying to defend herself. She don't want to be, why he shaking his head at that person? Girl, I'll be trying to watch these police, honey, with these women. She's trying to defend herself, bringing out receipts, and it's almost like it making her look even more bad, which is terrible, because you should be able to defend yourself, but you really shouldn't have to. You really shouldn't have to. I think where she messed up, though, is all of this, like, yellow bone is what he want. Like, all of that, making it seem like she was the exception. She did it. Summer Walker did it. And so as soon as you do that, you lose all credibility. All of that, walking around saying the N-word, like, she started to lose, not even credibility, you start to lose support. People who would have had your back, you start to lose it. And the shade room is the worst place to be when you're trying to get support, honey. Maybe sometimes some things, but it sure ain't about no forgiveness, and definitely not behind no woman. They gonna forgive men all day. All day long. I'm floored, but I'm also looking at it like, huh, this could have been me. This could have been any woman. I'd be like, listen, women be dodging a bullet, and I don't want to make it sound like just having a baby is just so bad. It's not that. It's the act of being like, oh, I love this man, I trust this man, you know, we so good together, we gonna look so cute together, he gonna be around, he gonna buy the little onesies, he gonna buy the little shoes, and then here you go 6 months pregnant, and he ain't nowhere to be found. I ain't never been pregnant, It ain't me, but I can understand how you get here because you be so caught up in the world of you too. So caught up in the world of you too. And you listening and you just like, man, you finally put your guard down. And you're like, okay, I can trust I can be with this man because he bringing things out of me that I didn't know. You know, he's amazing. I'm amazing. We a power couple. I mean, I don't know Dani Leigh, but I can imagine. Oh, he's having all these problems with his baby mama. It's probably because they knew each other back before he got famous, and now he's just different now. He's a different person. Girl. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. If it's gonna be all that, then it's gonna sustain. It's gonna last. You can have that baby after you finish school. You can have that baby after you get that job. Get yourself right. Because celebrity or not, a lot of them are celebrities because y'all just know who they are. They're not celebrities because, you know, they just rich like that. Credit limit is high. That's rich. That's flourishing. That's popping. This traffic is ridiculous. I'm probably gonna be late. And I'm seeing all kind of messages pop on my phone. What I hope is y'all can hear me because I've been snapping. I didn't even do my insecure review. I just trying to understand how can we break this cycle? Because what's gonna happen is a lot of these young boys, which y'all know I teach middle school, and these are the thoughts of a lot of these young boys. A lot of these young boys desire these type of women. They desire the light skin. They desire the racially ambiguous. They desire the mixed girls. They desire all that. So, you know, when they sitting there telling you they don't like black girls because we ghetto, and then you got light-skinned girls big up in that, or mixed girls big up in there talking about yellow bone is what he want. This is why women don't rally together, because you making division. So I fully get Mimi. I fully get her being like, okay, sis, well, yellow bone is what he want, right? You on your own, sis. I fully get it. Hold on, y'all, because my AirPods is connecting. I can't tell if my AirPods are connected, so let me just put them in my case. I'm trying to better understand. I don't even know if I fully want to understand Dani Leigh. I don't really want to understand her. I just want to understand how we get here. I want to understand how we get here, and I want to backtrack. If you, and I need to hop off of here because I'm just saying the same thing over again because I'm just annoyed, and more things keep popping into my mind. The brother came in there. The assistant came in there. Nobody could get this man off of here. He done called the police on her in the heat of the night with a 3-month baby. Where's she gonna go? Because she talking about she in there cooking dinner for him, but that's the part for me. I would not have been in there cooking dinner for you. Girl, he already showed you. He showed you the treatment while you was pregnant. But you know what? What he probably did was came back on an apology tour. I want to be there for my daughter. And maybe he felt like he wanted to do the right thing. I can't even say that he did, though, because with the language that he's coming back with of like, oh, we was never together and you crazy, like all of that stuff right there, you lose the good man card right there. You lose it. Because if you a good man, Don't have me on here looking crazy when you know the things that you said. Whether you was just trying to get in my pants, and that be the thing. That be the thing. All this gaslighting and saying stuff to just try to get what you want out of these women, it's dead. We're a little too old. We're a little too old to still be doing stuff like that. It's just sad. I might be back on here to talk about it again because it's still developing. And I mean, I want to make it clear that I'm not dragging the baby. I'm not dragging Mimi. I'm not dragging Dani Leigh. I think a lot of things, you become a victim of your circumstances, and I always talk about this. Once you face your circumstances head on, you understand where you come from, you understand your flaws, you understand your insecurities, it's now time to do the work. You understand you didn't have the best upbringing. You understand you don't have the most support. Now you got to start to do the work. Especially when you about to have a child. Okay? So y'all got together. You know, you got swindled into all of this. And hell, he could have got swindled into it too. He could have been like, you know, I'm really fully down for this girl. I don't want to put too much on it because she could be an opportunist. I am a celebrity, so I have to protect myself. He could have been on the same stuff. He could have really loved her. And maybe this is the best way that he knows how to protect himself, because maybe she is looking a little crazy. But I think putting it out there to the public is another thing versus having an argument between the two of y'all and then coming back and then getting things together. Also, there should be other people in your life who can help direct you, because like I said, a lot of celebrities are just people with more money and more access. Why these people look like they just walking in the woods? What is going on? What is really going on out in these streets? Girl, there's too much going on today. There's too much going on today. So, I want to know y'all thoughts in the comments. I want to know y'all thoughts. Is this something that y'all understand? Is this something y'all don't have? Are y'all like Mimi, that you don't have no sympathy for Dani Leigh because she brought this on herself? She was warned, just like Summer Walker. Do you understand that even though you were warned, even though this is something that could have been prevented, what is your thoughts when you're in it? What do you think she should have done? Because if she's saying that he behaved this way all because she was getting plan B, girl would have been on the next plane out. He's showing you right there. Or it would have been a silent treatment. Me and my baby would have been on the other side of the house until my visit is done, until I can get up out of here. We will make arrangements for this child. The relationship is not working. Do not meld the two relationships. The father-daughter relationship, the you and Jonathan relationship. They are not working. One of them is not working. You need to prioritize the other one for the sake of the child. But at this point, clearly you love hard. And I'm not just talking about her. I feel like this is women, though. This is what we do. You take on this man. You think that you're the exception. You think he's changed. You think he's not going to do you how he's done others. And he is only as good as his growth. He's only as good as his growth. It is a cautionary tale. I am telling you, it has happened to so many women year after year. So many women year after year, over and over and over and over and over. Women will tell you. Somehow, some way, women have come out of it with no children by the grace of God and God alone. But those who have come out of it with children, that don't make them bad people. They have created great human beings from a messed up situation. What I'm telling you is, you don't have to be that person. You don't have to be that person. You don't have to think that all your worth and all your validation is in this man and the things that he is telling you laying up in that bed. Please get up out of it. Please get up out of it. Don't have that child for the sake of that man. Now, if y'all done made plans together, this is something that you equally feel as passionate about, and you understand that you're gonna have yourself just as much as you have this child, and if you fully clear on all that, do it, please. Please. But this Dani Leigh situation, child, it didn't have me so uncomfortable, because I know all too much what it's like when you just believe in somebody. You believe in somebody, and you need to hear those things. And he need to hear those things. And y'all two are fully wrapped up in it, cloaked up in it. Come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna hop off here because my phone gonna die. And when I put it on the charger, I don't know, the audio be acting weird. So hopefully y'all can hear me. These eyebrows been messed up the whole video, or this just how I'm looking. Probably just how I'm looking. It's this one over here. But anyway, y'all have a great Tuesday. We gonna see how this story go. But I want somebody to get her. I want somebody to take her up on under their wing. Somebody like let me just think. Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige. I understand it's not her duty, it's not her responsibility, but it's a lot of women who can attest, because atrimony, this right here is the atrimony case right here, honey, where you didn't, well, not really, because he's famous, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. And if you don't know what I'm saying, please take my word for it. Please take my word for it. It is not hard to fall up under this spell of just love. I'm not putting all this power on the man. Y'all done formed this bond, and clearly they formed a bond. Clearly they did. But something in her made her feel safe enough and cool enough to just have a baby for this man. And then even after having a baby, getting back together. And now he done got her on live. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe in 2021 these men is still, and I know they out there. I know they out there. But I think what I hoped is, as millennial women, even Dani Leigh, yellow bone what he want, you just would think that you wouldn't be. And that's what Mimi was saying. She was just like, you know, you got to be smarter. You can't, I know what he brings to the table. So I wouldn't be caught up in no mess like this, because I know what he brings to the table. But that's where I'm like, empathy need to come in. Publicly, I might drag her to my homies, sisters, cousins, friends. But publicly, I'm going to be like, you know, as a woman, we got to do better for ourselves. I mean, I'm just telling y'all how I would have been. As a woman, there's just no way. There's just no way. Got her own life, just make her looking crazy. Got the baby on there. The baby ain't even been released. We ain't even seen no pictures of the child yet. You just showing her in the bed. Talking about she cuckoo. But what he'll say when y'all just playing, he'll say for real. I know she felt just betrayed. Ultimate betrayal, honey. I gotta hop off here. I've been on here 40 minutes and I still ain't at work. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. I'm Kim Ray. This is Kim Ray Music TV. Like the video and subscribe. Bye.